Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to go over my current go-to, top-of-the-line, long-lasting makeup routine. If I'm going to work for 12 hours, or if I'm going out to dinner and I want to look very nice and we're going to go out for several hours, these are my favorite products to use when it comes to longevity. So all of these products are what I consider my top picks when it comes to long-lasting formulas, and we're going to go over it all. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each product. I'm going to show you application, and I'm just going to share with you what I feel like is the best of the best routine for longevity. If you have combination oily skin, this video is for you. Don't forget, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to join my channel, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Leave me a comment and let me know if you agree with any of these products. And if you do test them out on my recommendations, please let me know how it goes for you. I would love to know if it works as well for you as it does for me. So we're going to go step by step. I'm going to scooch you on over so I can show you everything as I'm talking about it. I've got my notebook here. I'm ready to go. When I'm doing a full face of long-lasting makeup, I'm going to go very minimal on the skincare. I prefer the L'Oreal Eye Defense. It's a very lightweight, almost gel-like serum. I need to repurchase mine. Mine's almost gone. You can get it at Amazon, and it is just this lightweight gel formula that is not too thick, it's not too rich, and it's perfect to wear under makeup. So I love this so much. This or any under eye serum, you're good to go. As far as the rest of my skincare, I usually just reach for a lightweight toner. The Paula's Choice 2% BHA, I like to use this maybe twice a week. Another one that I really enjoy is the Paula's Choice Pore Reducing Toner. I like to use this one as well, so I kind of rotate between those two. I usually use a little bit of my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This I wanted to talk to you about because it is on sale right now. You can get 2 for $69, which is basically like buy one, get one free. That is available at Nordstrom only during their anniversary sale, so I'll put it up on screen so you know when you can get that. I'm sure it's going to be ending soon, so I'm going to try to get this video up as quick as I can. But that is it as far as skincare. Sometimes I will replace the Bobbi Brown for just a lightweight serum, but most of the time I do reach for that. Next up in my routine, I always curl my lashes with the Surratt Lash Curler first, and I heat it up with the blow dryer. That has been a hack that has saved me so much. I don't even feel the need to wear false lashes anymore. I love it so much. Once I do that, I reach for the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. This is the best brow gel, period. I've tried a bunch of them. I've tried ones that people say are just as good or better, and they're not. This is the best formula, especially for people with sparse brows, because it holds them in place all day long. I don't get that crusty looking brow. It's phenomenal. So this is a 10 out of 10 product. I would recommend this for anyone, not for just long-lasting makeup, just for any makeup period. The best brow gel. Now I move on to prime my eyes with the Rare Beauty Eye Primer. I do have a couple other eye primers that I enjoy, but when I'm talking long-lasting, this is it. This is the best eye primer, in my opinion. It is a little bit hard to get right now for some reason. For some reason, it's completely taken off of the Sephora app. So I went to the Rare Beauty website and purchased 2 backups. That's how much I love this stuff. If it ever goes away, at least I know I have a couple backups to get me through until they figure out what's going on. This cannot be discontinued. Absolutely heck no. This and the brow gel have to be around for the rest of my life. They just have to. I usually set the eye primer down lightly, and I just use whatever powder I have. I'm trying to finish one off from Jaclyn Hill. That's my goal. I'm almost there. I've almost done it. But yeah, just set it very lightly with powder, just so that way your eyeshadows will blend really smoothly on top. For long-lasting, my go-to makeup routine, it's gotta go to these 2 palettes. I couldn't pick just one. These are the ones I reach for the most, and I never experience fallout. I just have a beautiful eye look all night long into the next morning sometimes when I wake up, because sometimes your girl just comes home and goes straight to bed, and I wake up and I still look decent enough to go out in public. I know that's not good, but I do it sometimes. I'm a working mom and I'm tired. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this eye look that I created. The Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, you can no longer get it but I do really recommend that formula. And he does have another one that he just released last year, I would say. It's the Moonlit. Is that what it's called? I think it's called the Moonlight or Moonlit palette. Similar formula, not exactly the same, but still very beautiful. And the shades are, of course, cooler, but similar enough to where I still recommend it. But you can find the original on eBay if you are curious and you want to spend that much money on an eyeshadow palette. I would recommend it for any price. Like, it's a good everyday palette, I swear. It really is. And then the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism. Both of these palettes have incredible matte formulas. They're super blendable, very easy to use. But the star of the show is the shimmers. Both have such special shimmer shades and such special formulas. They are creamy. They just go on the lid beautifully. They stick down. There's no fuss to them. There's no fallout. They're incredible. You can't go wrong with either one. In today's video, I kind of mixed between both palettes. I did a few shades out of Makeup by Mario. As you'll see here, I've used one shade up almost completely. I'll just go ahead and pull it out and show you. So we have on the back shade numbers. They don't have names. It looks like EE3, which is Ethereal Eyes 3. If I'm not mistaken, that's what this is. And I've used that almost, I mean, you can see how much I've hit pan on that. These two shades have definitely been very, very used and abused. But what I did is I took this shade, I like to use this as my transition, and then I'll take a little bit of this shade under the brow bone, and it just is so beautiful. This shade right here is a warm chocolatey brown that I like to use in the outer V. And then these two shades right here, I usually mix those together to use as eyeliner. And then the shimmers, you can see, are almost gone. I'm so sad about it. I love this formula so much, and I will be devastated when it's gone. I'm hoping and praying he comes back out with this palette soon. Please, if you're watching, Mario, please come back with this one. We need it. Now, my Nude Prism, I was able to get a new one. This is my used palette, and you can see the shade Vibes. This is the transition shade Vibes. And then I like to take Apricot and Sakura, and I like to mix those kind of in my crease and in my outer V. You can use this under the brow. It's just going to be a bone color almost. It's so light pink, you can barely tell it's a pink shade on the lid, at least on my skin tone. And then you have Cherry Blossom and I'm Shy, which I use sometimes to soften my transition shade, but I don't get as much use out of those as I do Vibes, and then these two right here. The shimmers in this palette are absolutely stunning. The shade So Icy, I use that a lot for my inner corner. And then the shade Laura and Sam, I like to mix those two. And then the shade Expose, I mean, you can see that pan right there. That's how much I've used that shade. So I'll just do a couple swatches just to show you. This is the shade Expose. And it is just this beautiful coppery rose gold shade. And then Sam and Laura I did use in my look. So I'll show you Sam. This is Sam, and it's much more of that like pinky shade. And then Laura is just a beautiful rose gold. I mean, seriously, it doesn't get any better than this, in my opinion, as far as shimmers go. It's so beautiful. Every time I wear this palette, I get tons and tons of compliments. This one is available, $48. I've had this for years now, and it's still going strong, so I think it's definitely worth it. If you've not checked out Lunar Beauty or Makeup by Mario, you should. My favorite eyeliner currently is this MAC Costa Riche Eye Kohl. It's such a good long-lasting formula. It's like a warm chocolatey brown, and brown eyeliner has been my favorite for quite some time now. I don't really wear black at all, and I just feel like it's more subtle, it's more everyday appropriate, and I love this formula. So long-lasting. I never have any transfer. I never have any issues whatsoever. This is my top pick for sure when it comes to eyeliner these days. Now what I like to do is I like to add a few drops of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. I like to use this mainly in the T-zone to control my oil through the day, and it does a incredible job. When I don't use this, I do notice a difference. I will say that the primer I'm getting ready to talk about does an amazing job on its own, but ever since I have added this into my routine, I have noticed a little bit of a difference as far as longevity goes. Adding this in the T-zone is a must if you have oily skin. Trust me, you need to try this. Next up, I like to move on to mascara. This is the Clio Kill Lash Super Proof Volume Curling Mascara. I purchased it from Amazon, and I just recently purchased a backup because that's how much I love this mascara. Now, they do have other options that I would love to try. I did purchase the red one. I'll put it up on screen for you guys to see. It has this super unique wand. I can't wait to try that one out, but I wanted to go ahead and get a backup of this because I know how much I love it. It has become a favorite ever since I tried it. The first time I tried it, I was like, wow, I have been missing out because this does hold my curl. My lashes look curled and lifted all day long. Never had any transfer. It doesn't flake. You don't get those little clumps or anything. The only thing about this mascara that I definitely want to point out to you is that you have to use a micellar water or like a mascara remover to get this off. It is super proof. It is phenomenal. I will say I've not worn this out and tried it like at the pool or anything like that to test the waterproof claims, but what I have noticed is if I don't take this off before I get in the shower, if I use like my cleansing balm and stuff, that's not enough. It won't take it off. The cleansing balm I have is very gentle and it just will not work on this mascara. So make sure you take it off with a micellar water first and you will love this mascara. It's so long lasting and it's incredible for like 15 bucks on Amazon. I like to go ahead and use my primer. This should be no surprise, the Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen and peptides. If you have combo skin, this is the answer to making your makeup last. It is incredibly hydrating and smoothing, but blurs out your skin. And whatever magic is in this formula, it controls my shine and it makes my skin stay looking just completely balanced. It just balances out everything and my makeup wears so well with this. This is a winner if you have combo skin. Trust me, I promise I've tried them all. This is it. Next up is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer Pen, and I have it in the shade 3.5. They only have 6 shades available of this. I'm not sure what that's about, but I love this thing so much. It is a little pricey for $26, but if you only twist it up that much, it will not break. Just be careful with it, guys. It's like using a mechanical pencil. You have to be careful with it. I learned my lesson the first time because I used it for like a week and it was gone because it kept breaking off. You can only twist it up a very small amount. This is incredible. It's long lasting. Benefit makes some of the best brow products and this is just one of my favorites. I feel like I have a couple other options now that I would recommend, but as far as longevity and just, I don't know, this is the one. This is just it. All right. So a big part of this video, a big reason that this makeup lasts has to do with this foundation. This is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation with broad spectrum SPF 25. I have mine in the shade CN52 Neutral. This shade is perfection. This formula was meant for combination oily skin, and it is exactly what it says. It is lightweight, barely can feel that you have anything on, and once this dries down, it like tightens your pores and it just smooths your skin out. It definitely looks matte once it dries down, but this will not budge. It will not transfer. As I go about my day at work, I'll blot with tissue, I'll blot with a little powder puff, and nothing ever transfers. I never have any issues out of this for 16 hours. 16 hours plus you can wear this foundation. Now, I will say, using all these other helping products definitely makes it last a little bit longer, but this foundation on its own is a workhorse. If you have combo oily skin, I definitely recommend you try this out. So let me just show you, it does have a pump, and I just want to put a little bit out on my hand here for you guys to see it. It is a little on the runny side. It is a serum foundation. However, it's not super liquidy. It's not heavy whatsoever. It's just a beautiful serum foundation. The formula is phenomenal. Like I said, it feels like nothing on the skin. It provides excellent full coverage. Like, you can get medium coverage if you shear it out, but this provides pretty full coverage. I just can't say enough good things about it. Now, talking about the shade range a little bit, they do have several shades to choose from, which is good. But if you look closely at the deeper shades, it kind of looks more like it caters to like the light to light medium category. I feel like there's a lot of options as far as that goes, but once you get to the deeper shades, it's not very diverse. There's not a lot of options, but I do really love this, and I hope there's a shade for everyone. I would hate to think that there's not, because I feel like everybody should have the chance to try this formula. It's so good. And here's the thing. I feel like if you have normal skin, maybe even dry skin, I'm not sure exactly how it would look on severely dry skin, but I feel like where it's a serum foundation, it's going to lay well on any skin type, in my opinion. I just feel like if you prep your skin accordingly and do like dermaplaning, I don't feel like there would ever be an issue for any skin type. I swear I don't. It's such a good formula. Next up, we're going to talk about contour. And this has quickly become a favorite for me. It's the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour, and I have mine in the shade Solace. I do have the shade Serene as well, but I'm saving that for when I get much more tan. This is perfect. It's literally the perfect shade, and it's the perfect formula because it's so lightweight that it just blends right into your skin, and it never looks too harsh. It never looks too much. It's perfect. I put down on my notes, it's easy to blend and it doesn't get patchy and it can be built up. All those things are so true. It's so good. You get almost 15 mLs of product, which is quite a lot. It'll last for a very long time. Mine has lasted a long time, and I use it nearly every day. So I do have a backup ready to go, but you guys, this is a beautiful formula. It's perfect. So this is my #1 pick for this long-lasting routine, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Moving on to liquid or cream blush, but I chose liquid as my favorite because just like the liquid contour from Rare Beauty, I feel like liquids just kind of blend right into the skin and they don't budge. They don't really get patchy. They don't cause any issues. They don't lift up the foundation. They're just really easy to use and I love them, especially these formulas. So I have the Caliray Blurring Liquid Blush, and I have it in the shade Dope. I did have the shade Zen and I loved it too. This formula is fantastic. It dries down very quick, so you have to kind of work quickly with it. But if you just put it on your hand first and then into your brush, don't put it directly on your face. I'm sure you could, but if you just practice putting it on your hand, working it into the brush first, it's a stunning formula, super long lasting, and I love it because it actually does blur your pores. However, for this video, I couldn't choose just one. So I mixed this with the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Liquid Blushes, and I have the shade Pumpkin Poppy, Mauve Mommy, and Rose Reina. Rose Reina is probably my most used because it's that nudie pink shade that I love, but I do like mixing all of them. Literally mixing all of them is stunning. So what I did today is I mixed the Caliray with a little bit of Rose Reina and a little bit of Pumpkin Poppy, and I created a beautiful long-lasting blush, and I love it so much. These are super pigmented, so be very careful. Like I said, just try putting them in your brush first before applying, kind of working it into your brush, prepping your brush. That's like the #1 new hack I've learned. If you're looking for a liquid blush to smooth out your skin, I definitely recommend these. For my under eye concealer, I have been loving mixing these two products, the Caliray Hideaway Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Serum Concealer. I have the shade Golden Hour, so I like to put a little bit of this on. I usually will put this on, blend it out a little bit, and then I'll add either a few dots of the Ritual Defee, or I'll put it in my hand first and kind of warm it up and prep my brush. But the combination of these two have been phenomenal. I never experienced any creasing, The shade, everything about it is just perfect. I usually just put a very small dot of this. That will correct the darkest part of my under eye right here. This alone on a no makeup days, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a natural finish and gives like a light to medium coverage. It's very, very, very beautiful. If you're looking for a lightweight concealer corrector, I do recommend these. And then the Ritual Defeat, ever since I've tried this concealer, it's been a favorite. I have mine in the shade Spell 121. It's a thicker formula. It's definitely a full coverage and it dries down to this beautiful natural matte finish. It never creases, it doesn't look heavy, and a little bit goes a long way. So these are a beautiful combination that I highly recommend you try. Next up for this routine is the Charlotte Tilbury Pressed Powder. It's the Airbrush Flawless Powder in the shade 1 Fair. I like to use a very small amount of this on a puff to lightly set first, and this just helps smooth everything out. It gives a smooth base for your setting powder to sit on top of, because if you use a loose powder on your wet concealer, sometimes it can get a little cakey and it'll like stick in certain spots. This just helps smooth everything out, and then you add your loose setting powder on top and you have a beautiful set under eye, no creases all day long. For loose powder to set my under eyes, I have fallen head over heels for the Uma Beauty Trip and Smooth powder, and I have it in the shade Translucent. This is stunning. It is so good. I highly recommend it. The problem with a lot of setting powders, in my opinion, is that they look really good at first. They're really lightweight, they smooth everything out, but then throughout the day they look heavy, or the opposite end of that, you have a very smooth under eye, but it doesn't quite set it well enough. This is the perfect balance. It sets everything down, it's not going to budge, but it still looks very soft and smooth, never looks too heavy. I love this so, so much. They do have other shades to choose from, and I will say it's a little bit harder to find. On Uma Beauty's website, they still have the light shade, but the translucent sold out. But I did find the translucent shade on JCPenney's website. If you're currently looking for one, I definitely suggest this. To set the rest of my face, the Nakia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder in translucent. This is the best formula for oil control out there, like period. I promise you it is. It does darken my foundation a little bit sometimes, but that's very rare, but I have noticed it, so I do want to call that out. It can darken a foundation because it has a little bit of a yellow tone to it, but they do have brighter shades now. So if you're looking for a brightening powder, they also offer this in like a light pink shade. There's all kinds of different options now because it's like a top selling powder. I know a lot of people rave about this. I've tried all kinds of powders. You all have seen me test probably hundreds of powders at this point. This is my number one. Oil is controlled all day long. Love it so much, and it smells amazing too. When it comes to powder contour, I don't feel like there's necessarily one in my collection that is more long lasting, but I will say the reason I reach for this one is because of how it blurs my skin. It is the Hailey's Beauty Contour Powder in the shade Medium. This is the Resculpt Smoothing Contour Powder. It's a great shade for a bronzer or a contour in my opinion, for my skin tone. It's so smoothing, you guys. It blurs out all your texture. It just is a beautiful formula. I do have a backup because it is one of my top favorite bronzers. If you've never tried this, I definitely recommend you try this out. For long-lasting powder blush, I am obsessed with this Haus Labs blush. This is the shade Fire Moon. It's like a warm terracotta, and it's perfect for summertime. Just look at her. She's so pretty. I love the packaging. Everything about this is top notch. Now, what I like to do is I'll mix in the Too Faced Blurring Blush in the shade Head in the Clouds. Both of these are for smooth, long-lasting makeup. I love mixing these shades, and this is a blurring blush. I wish I had more shades in this. I have so many in my collection right now, so it doesn't really make sense to do so, but I would like to buy more shades in this formula eventually. It's a really nice formula. These are my top picks for powder blush. I couldn't just pick one. For powder foundation, the One Size Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder in the shade Light 2N. This is so good. It is a beautiful formula. I've never used it on its own as a powder foundation. It's a little light for that, but what I love to do is use this as a finishing powder. And I'm telling you guys, it's just like the icing on the cake. Everything looks really good. I add this on and then it just perfects everything. I love it so much. If you end up doing your foundation and it's like you might see a little spot or two, put this on. It will give you a little bit of coverage, but it won't look too heavy. It's phenomenal. For brow pens, I couldn't choose. I have been loving this new L'Oreal Faux Brow. It is the shade Light Brunette. This one has been working really well for me. It has like the double prong on the end. It's a beautiful formula and it lasts just as long as this one, the NYX Lift and Snatch in the shade Ash Brown. This one's just a single tip and I've loved this one for years now, but I would say either or will give you long-lasting brows and you can't go wrong with either one, so I use both. I already talked about this earlier, but the shade So Icy, I did put that on the inner corner, so I just wanted to show you really quickly what that looks like. It's so pretty. When it comes to long-lasting lip liners, one of my favorites is Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like her lip liners do not budge. I love them so much. I usually put the shade Iconic Nude on, and then during the night at work, whenever my lipstick fades, I'll just put some of the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm on, and this will still be there. Like, it lasts for so long. So the shade I used is Iconic Nude, but any of her lip liners will work just the same. Her new ones, the little duos, they don't last as long in my opinion, so just get the original lip cheat. Iconic Nude is just like a beautiful shade. It goes with everything. And then to finish off my lip look, I like mixing these two shades, MAC Flesh Pot and then Cream de Nude. These two are very similar, so let me just show you. Flesh Pot is a little bit more peachy and pink, and then Cream de Nude is more of a light nude peach. So this one's Cream de Nude and this one's Flesh Pot. So you can see they are very similar, but they do have a little bit of a difference to them. I just like mixing them both. I feel like the mixture is perfect for me. I feel like you can use these shades with just about any lip liner and make it work. I love the formula. It's a long-lasting formula, but it is going to lower the longevity when you add gloss on top, but I can't help myself. The Charlotte Tilbury Big Lip Plump Gasm, the new one, it's called Nude Gasm Diamonds. You guys, I love putting this on top. It's so pretty. It gives a little bit of shimmer to the lips. It's so good. It's definitely plumping, but it's not as plumping as some of the other ones, like the new YSL little lip glosses, the plumping glosses. Those are pretty powerful. This is not quite as bad as that, but it is plumping. Wrapping this up, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, a few sprays of this, and then I will put the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray on top to lock it in. I will put some of the Lancome Lashy Doll Mascara on the lower lashes to finish off the eye look. And then I recurl my lashes with the Shiseido Lash Curler, and I'm good to go all night long. I promise you guys, this is the best routine that I have found for my combo oily skin. Let me know in the comments if you all decide to try out these products and let me know how you like it. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this and I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.